fix your makeup just
And today I am coming to you with a video on my hair. So if you don't follow me on like social media, things like that, and I just know you from my one little YouTube video, you saw me last with Locs and explaining to you why I cut it, and answering the question, do I miss my locks? How has my life changed since I cut my hair, and things like that. So let me tell you first why I cut my hair. Before I actually had my daughter, when I was pregnant, my husband and I decided that we would not we would not find out the gender of our child. So we went into our pregnancy completely blind. We didn't know whether we were having a boy or a girl. We were just gonna wait. Okay, so let me tell you, when that baby came out of me and I saw that I had a beautiful baby girl with a full head of hair, I was like, I was happy, but I was like shocked, kind of blown away, because I was just like, what do I go from here? Like, I really did not know anything about loose natural hair at all. I have never in my life had loose natural hair, like, ever. The first natural experience I've ever had was in college when I got locks, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was for me. It is the most beautiful I have felt with hair. I loved it the most. But after I had my daughter, I realized it was time to cut my hair, because I really had to learn what it was like to have a loose natural hair, or have the hair that literally God gave me growing out of my scalp and still feel beautiful. I felt like, okay, I'm beautiful, but my natural hair is not beautiful. And it's just like, why? I needed to be able to teach my daughter that regardless of what type of hair you have, what type of texture you have, your hair is beautiful. That's the hair that God meant for you to have. So it's nothing wrong with it. You just need to learn how to nourish it and to love it. Do I miss my locks? Honestly, I can say I do not. Like, and I say that with all honesty, I really don't. I thought that I would miss my locks, and I was really, really nervous. Like, you can obviously tell from someone who was raised in with the mindset of thinking that, you know, loose natural hair is not necessarily beautiful, how I was gonna feel once I cut my locks. I've always wanted a shortcut, but I was just always too scared to cut my hair, because, you know, growing up, hair was important to me. Long hair was what was pretty. So, you know, cutting my hair was very freeing for me, because I felt like I was letting go of those stereotypes and those ideals of what I felt like was beautiful. So if you are planning to cut your hair, there are a couple of things that I just would recommend for you. And that's coming from somebody with very thick hair who has never had loose natural hair. Some things that you need to know for me. One, the first thing is understand that having loose natural hair is not, in my experience, is not a cheap process. So I have had times in my life where I could not necessarily afford all the products that I have now. You know, God has blessed me, so I was able to buy all my products at once. But if you know, are in a position where you can't afford to buy everything that you need at one time, then just buy one product at a time. Set your due date and buy, you know, one product, you know, each week or each paycheck, until you're able to afford what you need. Second, the thing that I would recommend is that you make sure that you have the time. I feel like a lot of people get frustrated because they don't realize how much time natural hair really takes. And I mean, like, I don't even mean like just time over like months. I mean like everyday time. Like, you wake up in the morning. When I had locks, I could spend 5 minutes on my hair, you know, put it up into a ponytail, and I will be done for the day. No, when you have loose natural hair, like, I need at least 30 minutes, especially if you are a mommy like me. Make sure you have time. And last, I know it's kind of cliche to say this, but make sure you have patience. Be patient with yourself with how you look sometimes. You know, you're not always going to wake up with your curls just on point. You know, you got to be patient when you wake up, and sometimes you don't look so nice. Like, my husband is very supportive in a sense that I wake up sometimes and he's patient with me, because I be looking, sometimes you just look rough. Like, that's just how it's gonna be. But be patient with yourself and know that just because you look rough in that moment, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna look rough for the rest of the day, the rest of the week. You just take time to learn what works best for you. And that's what I mean by patient. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.